Hi everybody! We are going to make a project today that's all about coffee shops. I love them. Some of you love them. I know you do. And follow along if you need to have different types of materials because maybe you don't have paper, maybe you don't have paint. Totally cool. Just make it work. Make it work with whatever you have. So let me flip you around. This is my art table at my house. The things that you will need today, you need scissors, you need glue. If you don't have glue, you can use tape. You'll need 2 pieces of paper. They don't have to be white if you have construction paper. If you don't have paper at home, you could use the cardboard from a cereal box, all sorts of things. Just get creative and do what you gotta do, okay? So, I have a bunch of different stuff at my house. This is kind of like my coloring box right here. You can use color pencils, crayons. You can even, if you want to get fancy, you can use paint. It's really up to you how you add your color. So here we go. So basically, we are doing a coffee shop, right? So first we need our coffee mug or our hot cocoa mug or whatever you want to make. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. And then the second thing we're gonna do is to create the background for it. So step number 1. You should make your coffee mug or your hot cocoa mug. If you're one of those Starbucks people, which I know there are some of you out there, you can make a Starbucks cup too. So it really doesn't matter. First step, I've already started. Here's my example. I made a mug. So I'm going to, let me switch it up. I'm going to do, let's say I'm going to do a Starbucks mug or a Starbucks cup. So I draw it, I draw my lid, and this is all about having fun, guys. Don't stress out about it looking perfect because that is not what we're about right now. We're about having fun since we have to stay at home for so long. Okay, here's my little label. I'm just going to write my name. Okay, now once you get it drawn, you color it. And then you have to cut it out. Now, when you cut it out, this is extremely important. Let me show you my example. When you cut it out, you need to have about a finger's length of space beside the outside edges. Not on the top or the bottom, but out here. And you'll see why. If you want to make absolutely sure that you don't cut it wrong or incorrectly, what I would do if I were you is draw yourself a guideline like this, okay? So you don't want to cut right next to your mug. You only want to cut, on the, like a finger's length away from it. So you take your scissors, you cut, right? So I'm not cutting right next to my mug. Your mug can look however you want it to look. Get creative, however you want. Now, here's our leftover scraps. Maybe save those in a pile because you might need to use those for later occasions. Or if you have a ton of paper, go ahead and recycle, but whatever you need. Okay, so we got something like this, right? Can you see both of them? Yeah, you can. Okay. Now, if you made a mug like mine actually comes with a handle. But you don't include your handle on this first step. So if your mug needs a handle, you just take that scrap paper, right? And you just draw that and color it and cut it out and then save it for later. Because if you attach it right now, it's not gonna work. It's gonna mess your stuff up. Okay, so we finished our mug. See, that's how mine will look. Set it aside. Again, you can color these however you want. If you decide that you want to paint, you'll have to wait until your project is dry to do the next steps, but that's okay. It's up to you. All right, so this is my background. One thing you'll have to include is a table, which will be on the bottom side, some sort of napkin, or if you want to do a plate to set your cup on. Let's say you're having high tea, right? You can do a plate, whatever. And then you have to create a background. So this is the one that I made. I used color pencils and crayons. So let me show you. Dun, 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 dun. You'll have to forgive my wrinkly paper. Okay, so I draw my table. I'm sitting at Starbucks, right? So Starbucks doesn't have those fancy napkins. They just kind of have, if I can remember correctly, they just have like those square ones, which I'm kind of making mine look like it's going back into space, but you just do whatever you want. Okay, so let's think. If I'm at Starbucks, what am I probably going to see? It depends on where. When I go to Starbucks, I actually like to sit outside. So maybe what I'll do is draw what I would see outside. So let's say, here's a street. Maybe, I'm just getting crazy right now. I don't even know, but that's okay. If I mess up, it don't matter. I'm trying to draw a car. Oh, something like this. It's okay, I'm gonna roll with it. Some weird car, isn't it? Oh goodness gracious. Back window. Okay. Alright, we'll make that look better in a second. So there's the back of a truck. Let's say here's some grass back here, maybe like a tree line. This is a parking space. Alright, and maybe there's a big tree right here. Let's do another parking space. My Starbucks doesn't have a very good view, does it? Yay, clouds. Okay. Something like that. Okay. Now you go ahead and color it. Color your table however you want. However you want to color this, go for it. It's not a big deal. Now mine, on this one, I did a wooden table with a fancy napkin. And then in my coffee shop, it's more of like a little country coffee shop. So you see the countryside out through a window, right? Okay, so now it's time to attach your coffee mug or whatever kind of mug you have, right? So you remember when I told you that you had to have these little flaps, right? That is because you are going to take them and you're going to fold them under like this, okay? Because we're actually making like a pop-up type of situation going on. So whenever you get done, it should look something, you know, like this, okay? Now this is where your glue comes in, or your tape. I actually don't have tape right now, so I hope I don't need it. Here we go. Put a little bit of glue on your flaps. One here. One here. Okay. Then you take it and you're going to sit it down where you want. And when you place it down, you're going to curve it like this, right? So here I go. Place it down and curve it up. And I'm being very gentle with one hand. And then I'm taking my other hand and kind of like pressing down. Oh, this works better. Why didn't I think of that? Do one side at a time, dirt. See, sometimes you just got to figure it out as you go. So take your fingers, smush those down. If you have tape, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but it's okay. Then you take your little handle, if you had a handle. Put your glue on your handle. Place it where it should go. Okay. So, now this looks really cool. I say we should even push it further and make like either whipped cream on the top or like steam or something like that. Things you can use toilet paper, but remember there's not very many in the stores, so don't use a giant amount because that would be awful. You wouldn't want to run out of toilet paper. That would be really bad. You could use paper towels. I was rummaging through my kitchen and thought, hey, I can use this Walmart bag that I had to use the other day, which actually I think that's what I'm going to use. So if I want mine, or we'll just experiment, see what looks better. If I want it to look more like steam, it might be better to do like your shopping bag because it's a little bit more transparent. You just kind of stick it in there and like bend it until you think it looks cool. What do you guys think? That looks pretty cool. Now that could be like steam. Let's say I want to use toilet paper. So this would be more like for whipped cream, I think. So you just stick it down in there. Oh yeah, that is so cute. Oh my gosh. Ta-da! Oh my gosh. Yeah, I gotta keep it like that. Okay, so once you like it, you glue it down. So I just stuck a little bit of glue right there, and I'm going to smush it down. Oh my gosh, so cute. Look at this. Dun, 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 dun. That's your coffee shop work of art. Now, if I would have done this again, I think I would have made my coffee mug a little bit bigger. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool, don't you? Yeah. So, stay tuned. There's going to be more videos and more things for you to do. If you do get bored, I plan on posting some, hey, I'm bored and I need something to do kind of projects type things for you. Look on Facebook, look on Dojo. I do know that the specialty teachers have like a challenge chart that we've made for you. So we love you. I hope you guys are staying safe and having fun and getting along with your parents and your brothers and sisters. We got this. We all love you, and I can't wait to see ya. Bye.